Hello campers, welcome back to Virtual Gardening. I'm Tess and today we are going to start some seeds that you got in your camp in the bag. So some things that you're going to need to get started today might be a trowel. Now this is a big envelope of seeds, but you all should have gotten a little brown envelope that was filled with some seeds. A compostable pot that you had your cucumber in. Now, if that pot is all broken down and kind of gross and you don't feel that you can use it again, you can either use another pot that you may have just sitting around the house, or also you can make a pot out of something else. So this is a cup that had grapes and cheese in it before, and we just poked some holes in it to allow excess water to drain out, because guess what? Plants like us don't like soggy feet. So their roots don't like to stay super moist all the time. So those holes that are in here, also like in this pot, drain that excess water so they don't stay soggy. Now to get started, I'm going to use the demonstration on this pot here, the compostable one. So you're going to take the seeds that you have and you're going to want to fill it with soil. Now some of you may not have potting soil just at your house, and that is totally okay. Ask a trusted adult if you can dig up some soil from outside of your house to be able to put in here. You may also be able to reuse the soil that you had in your compostable pot from your cucumbers. You're gonna fill it up almost all the way, but not quite. And you're gonna take your pinch of seeds that you have, and you're just going to want to sprinkle it in there. So once you've sprinkled your seeds in there, you're going to want to take some more dirt and sprinkle it on top. Now you do not need a lot of dirt on top. You just want to make sure and look through and see that your seeds are mostly covered. See that I don't see any seeds poking out of the soil there? Okay, now after that, you're going to want to water the pot completely so all of the soil is moist. The seeds that you just planted are a mixture of flowers that attract good insects. Once they bloom, like these flowers over here, they will attract insects such as butterflies, bees, and ladybugs. Now, you should definitely care for your flowers similarly to how you cared for your cucumbers. Make sure that they get plenty of sunlight and give them some water when it gets dry.
Now that we've planted our seeds and they're hidden under the soil, it can be difficult to remember that our seeds are already growing. But plants, like people, are always growing and changing. So today, we're going to play a game I like to call Grow Yoga, where we'll use our bodies to move through the stages of plant growth as they grow from a tiny seed to a beautiful flower. If yoga's not your thing, we'll also talk about the ways you can join with your voice. So let's get started. Make sure the area around you is clear because we'll be moving around. So I'm going to start in seed pose. A seed is a tiny little ball on the ground. And a seed under the ground has nothing to see, so you can go ahead and close your eyes. A seed is waiting for the right conditions to start growing. You might even say that a seed is sleeping. So with our voices, let's make a loud snore sound for our sleepy seeds. So our seeds are waiting for the signal to grow, and that's the rain. Let's imagine that it's springtime and the rain is falling on the soil. That's the signal our seed needs to start growing tall. So it sends up a sprout above the soil and we move into chair pose. Hear our sound? It's the sound of an elevator going up as it grows tall and clicks through the floors. Bing, bing, bing. Now that our seedling is tall, it's time for it to stretch out its leaves to feel the sunshine. So stretch out your arms from side to side and stretch out each of your fingers. look up and give a big sound, because the sunlight on your leaves feels so good. Gives you energy to grow as a plant. Now that we have received the sunlight, our plant has the energy to grow a flower. So we're going to go into what is called sunflower pose. You can step your feet out a little bit, bend your knees, and then celebrate the sun with your hands up and down again. Here, our sound is a beautiful compliment to ourselves because sunflowers are beautiful. You're doing an awesome job. Keep going. Now we're going back to the ground to butterfly pose, because once our plant has grown a flower, butterflies and bumblebees start to come to visit to bring pollen to make a seed. Butterflies are very, very quiet, so let's make a buzz like a bumblebee here. Last, we've had a visit from a wonderful bumblebee bringing pollen, and now we can make a seed. So let's make a big circle over our heads, stretch it from side to side. This is our seed, and a seed is a baby plant. So let's make a silly baby noise like mama.
Mama.
Bring our seed down in front of us. And if you'd like to play the whole game again, you can choose a new place to plant your seed and reassume seed pose. Next week, when we meet you in the virtual garden, we're going to play a new game that has to do with the 6 plant parts and put on a really silly costume. Can't wait to